so good for you, and it's so worth it. Oh, end of the line. Hey everyone, welcome to the MinerBiker YouTube channel. In this video we're going to be doing a bike check on my latest member of the MinerBiker fleet, which is my Fezzari Wasatch Peak Hardtail. We're going to do a bike check on it, see how I built this thing up. Got quite a bit of customization going on. So I hope you enjoy the video. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And if you have, I sure appreciate it. I appreciate the support. It really helps out a lot and means a lot and helps to justify the time it takes to video and edit and post and everything, knowing that people like it enough to subscribe to the channel. So please do like it, comment, all that good stuff, and make sure to check out Fezzari bicycles. So on that, let's check out my Fezzari Wasatch Peak Hardtail. This is a dog check. This is Enya the trail dog. That is Hook the trail dog. Alright, so this is, yes, like I say, my new Fezzari Wasatch Peak Hardtail. So this is Fezzari's aluminum hardtail. Generally this is built up as a more cross-country style bike. Stock, this comes with a 68-degree head tube angle with a 120 millimeter travel fork. You can get it in either 29 or 27 plus. So I got this in the stock setup as the comp build, which is the basic build. Only costs $1,000. It's incredible bang for your buck what you get. And then I've done a whole bunch of tweaking to it since then to get it set up the way I want it. So obviously I've got the red frame. This is a size large, very pretty. Say just aluminum, good solid frame. It actually rides pretty well for being aluminum. A lot of times aluminum frames tend to be a little harsh, but this is not too bad. One of the first things I did is I took the headset and swapped it for a 2-degree Works Components angle headset. So that slacks it out to 66 degrees from the stock 68. You can see there, you can see how it's slacked out. And then I paired it up with a 140 mil travel RockShox Pike Ultimate fork. So with the 140 mil travel at sag with 2-degree angle set, I about get the rest of the geometry pretty much back to stock with the 75-degree seat tube angle. Bottom bracket's height's about the same, but the front end is a lot more controlled and better on the downhills and the steeps and the higher speeds, and just got a little bit harder hitting capability up there for the riding I do on this bike. Let's see, I am still running the stock SRAM SX Eagle 12-speed cassette and derailleur. They're the most budget level Eagle, and I'll just run them for now, and then probably when stuff wears out we'll swap it out, especially the derailleur, shifter and stuff, probably up to GX Eagle, which I think is probably the best value for the performance and the durability. And then I did change out the cranks. I'm running race face cranks, 170 millimeters long with a 32 tooth absolute black oval chainring. I absolutely love oval chainrings, and absolute black makes the best ones. And that race face crank set is in a Wheels Manufacturing bottom bracket with angular contact ceramic bearings. It's an expensive bottom bracket, but they are crazy durable, super smooth. And then finishing out the drivetrain with my tried and true absolute favorite pedals ever, the Pedaling Innovations Catalyst flat pedals I run on all my bikes. As far as brakes go, kind of hard to see from the other side, the sun will be too bright, but I'm running some Shimano Xt Brakes. These are the older XTs, not the new fancy new versions. These are the older ones, very durable, great brakes. I've had this set on another bike for a couple of years. They still work perfect, so I swapped them out onto this bike in exchange for the stock Tektro brakes. I've got it set up with a 203 rotor on the front and a 180 on the back. Really the only reason I have a 203 on the front on this bike, obviously it doesn't need one that big, being just a hardtail. It does give me tons of braking power, but the main reason is to make it so these 27.5 plus wheels are easily interchangeable with my 29er wheels that I run on my LaSalle Peak, because both bikes can run both wheel sizes. And since they both have 12-speed cassettes, both have the same size brake rotors, I can just swap the wheels back and forth anytime I want, and it's super nice. So that's what we're running for brakes. Handlebars up here, we've got just some race face turbine R bars. They are at 760 millimeters, which is a good width for me. I don't have super wide shoulders. I've got a race face stem, 50 millimeters long. Got my Nightcore BR35 light on there because I'm clear up in the mountains and it's getting kind of late in the day, and I like to bring it along just in case something happens. Got absolute black dual density foam grips on. Let's come around here to the side. Got a nice fender down there. I like fenders, keep the mud, keep the dust off your stanchions a little bit more. We've got a one-up components dropper remote paired with a 150 millimeter travel one-up components dropper post with an Ergon SM men's specific saddle, my favorite saddle ever. Wheel-wise, on the front, I'm running a just extra wheel that I had. This is a WTB Scraper I-45 wheel, nice big wide rim on a Sun Ringley hub. Front hub I'm not too picky on, as long as they've got just cartridge bearings you can swap out when you need to. They're pretty simple, obviously, but it's a nice wide wheel, gives that front, that 2.8 inch tire, a nice wide profile, really stable, can run pretty low pressures and stuff. I like it. And on the front I'm running a Kenda Regalith Pro 27.5 by 2.8 tire, set up tubeless. On the rear we've got, I'm a little more picky on my rear, so on the rear I've got a WTB, let's see, what is this? I forgot. WTB asymmetric rim, I-35, so a little bit narrower on the rear to make it work with my tire insert. I've got a rim packed tire insert inside, which allows me to run lower pressures while still supporting the sidewall and don't have to worry about beating up the rim, especially being a hardtail. On the rear, we've got a little bit lower profile, faster rolling tire with a Kenda Havoc Pro 27.5 by 2.8. And most important, that rear wheel is laced onto a Onyx Vesper hub. It is an expensive hub, but it is absolutely fabulous. I love Onyx hubs for their complete silence and absolute instant engagement. I've had an Onyx hub on my LaSalle Peak for a while, gotten really used to it, and when I got this bike I just knew I absolutely had to have one, because once you're used to running an Onyx hub you can't stand not having it. And so got the Onyx hub on there, absolutely love it. Like I say, I can swap this wheel set with the 29ers on my LaSalle, so I can run the 27 Plus on the LaSalle. I can run 29ers on here. I can swap just the back wheels and run either one of them as a mullet setup, which is kind of fun. So very interchangeable, a lot of fun, super fun little bike, crazy capable. Actually, it's fairly compliant rear end for an aluminum bike, and then having that rear tire being able to run fairly low pressures with the rim packed insert makes it doesn't beat you up too bad. Love that, the pedaling efficiency and just the simplicity of the hardtail, especially for a lot of my early backcountry crazy riding. It's just nice having a bike that's just so simple and yet is surprisingly capable. So anyways, I think that's about it. Got two water bottles in there, spare tube. There's one more set of water bottle bosses down the bottom, will come in handy for really long trips or bike packing and stuff. Got the ones, the side loader cage, makes it easier to get the full-size bottle in and out. And last but not least, the finishing touch on the top tube with the MinerBiker up there. That is just 1-inch vinyl lettering stuck on there with some clear frame protector applied over the top of it to make sure nothing ever peels off. Anyways, I think that about covers it. Great bike, absolutely loving it. Slots in just perfectly into the MinerBiker fleet in between the big LaSalle Peak enduro bike and my Fezzari Kings Peak fat bike. This guy fits the slot right in the middle and works perfect for so much of my crazy adventure riding with these two silly dogs. Got this nice little quiet one here and got the crazy one over there who hates it when I talk too much. So just to keep my dog happy, we're going to call that the end of the bike check, and we're going to keep going on a ride up here as I almost trip on a rock and tip over. Anyways, thanks everybody for watching. Hope you enjoyed this bike check. And yeah, check out the other videos on the channel. There's gonna be a lot of content coming riding the Wasatch Peak It's going to go on a lot of adventure riding. I've got some bike packing and other things like that planned for this bike, as well as lots of other crazy stuff on my LaSalle Peak and my Kings Peak in the coming winter. All the usual stuff out here on the MinerBiker channel, getting out, riding unexplored places, new places, out beyond the popular trail centers and stuff like that. And as we always like to say, digging up new places to ride.